If you live in a city apartment, it is easy to believe gardening belongs to people with backyards, people with raised beds, people with patios the size of a parking space, people with time, tools, and a whole corner of their life dedicated to compost bins and watering cans. But if your outdoor space is just a small balcony, that does not mean gardening is off the table. In fact, some of the smartest edible gardens are growing in the smallest spaces, because once you stop thinking like a traditional gardener and start thinking like a city gardener, everything changes. You stop asking, what would I grow in a big yard? And you start asking, what actually works in the space I have? That is the real turning point. A small balcony is not the end of gardening, it's the beginning of smarter gardening. And the truth is, for urban apartment dwellers across the US, a small balcony can grow a surprising amount of food. You just need the right plants, the right containers, and the right mindset. The biggest mistake people make is assuming a balcony garden is just a smaller version of a backyard garden. It is not. A balcony garden is its own ecosystem. It has its own rules. Less floor space, more vertical opportunity, more wind, faster drying containers, more reflected heat in some cities, less direct light in others. And because of that, the plants that thrive on a balcony are not always the biggest or most dramatic ones. They're the ones that know how to do more with less. That's why the best balcony plants usually fall into a few categories. They're compact, they have shallow or manageable root systems, they grow well in hanging baskets or vertical setups, or they produce quickly enough that the small space still feels rewarding. That's the secret. A tiny balcony garden does not need to grow everything, it just needs to grow the right things. So let's talk about some of the best plants for small balconies, especially if you live in an urban apartment and want your space to be productive, beautiful, and realistic to maintain. Let's start with one of the easiest wins of all, lettuce. Lettuce is one of the most apartment-friendly edible plants you can grow. It does not need a huge container. It does not demand a deep soil. It grows quickly, and it gives you that instant emotional reward city gardeners need. You look outside, and there it is, fresh food, real leaves, something alive and useful growing in a space where most people assume nothing edible could happen. Loose leaf types are especially great because you don't need to harvest the whole plant at once. You can just snip what you need and let it keep going. That makes lettuce feel almost designed for balcony life. Small space, small harvests, repeated reward. Right alongside lettuce is another surprisingly good choice, radishes. Radishes are perfect for people who want visible progress fast. In a city apartment where space is limited and patience is often limited too, radishes make a lot of sense. They grow quickly, they don't need especially deep containers, and they make your garden feel productive early on. That matters more than people realize. When you're starting a balcony garden, momentum is everything. You need a few early successes. You need proof that this little setup is worth your time. Radishes give you that. Then come the herbs, and honestly, if you only grow one category of plants on a small balcony, herbs might be the smartest place to start. Because herbs are efficient. They fit small containers, many of them do beautifully in hanging baskets, they smell amazing, they make your balcony feel lush even when it's tiny, and they slip so naturally into daily life. Basil for pasta, chives for eggs, thyme for roasted vegetables, mint for tea, oregano for almost everything. This is where balcony gardening stops feeling like a hobby and starts feeling like a lifestyle upgrade. A basket of herbs near the door changes the way you cook. It changes the way your space feels. It brings life to a balcony without asking for the square footage of a suburban yard. And herbs do something else really well too. They make a small balcony feel abundant, not crowded, not cluttered, abundant. That distinction matters because the best balcony gardens are not the ones packed with the most containers. They're the ones that make a small space feel alive and intentional. Another plant that works shockingly well in small space setups is chili pepper. And chili peppers are one of those rare plants that are both practical and beautiful. On a balcony, that's a huge advantage. You don't just want productivity, you want visual appeal too. Your balcony isn't a farm field. It's part garden, part living space, part emotional reset zone. Chili peppers fit that world perfectly. They stay relatively compact, especially the smaller varieties. They love warmth, they look decorative, and when the peppers start turning red, orange, yellow, or purple, the whole plant starts doing double duty. It becomes food and color at the same time. That's one of the smartest strategies in a small balcony garden. Choose plants that earn their footprint in more than one way. Now, if you want something that feels a little more ambitious but still very doable, compact cucumbers are a fantastic option. A lot of people assume cucumbers need a full backyard, but that's usually because they're picturing sprawling vines all over the ground. On a balcony, that's not the move. The trick is choosing compact or bush varieties and letting them grow vertically or trail from a basket. This is where urban gardening gets really interesting. Once you start using vertical space, a small balcony suddenly opens up. Railings become opportunities. Trellises become opportunities. Hanging baskets become opportunities. Even a narrow wall can become productive. That's the city gardening mindset shift. You're no longer gardening in 2 dimensions, you're gardening in 3. And cucumbers are one of the best examples of that. In the right setup, they bring that lush, overflowing, edible garden look that people love without taking over your entire floor. Now, if you want something even more unexpected, dwarf eggplants are a fantastic option. Now, regular eggplants can be awkward in a tiny space, but compact varieties change the equation. Suddenly, you have this bold, sculptural plant growing in a container, giving you glossy fruit and a surprisingly elegant look. That's one of the joys of small space gardening. You discover that certain plants feel even more special in a tight, curated environment. On a balcony, every plant gets more attention. Every success feels more personal. Every harvest feels slightly improbable, which somehow makes it even better. And if you want a plant that turns a tiny balcony into something that feels almost charmingly generous, strawberries deserve a place in the conversation, especially in vertical towers or stacked systems. Strawberries are ideal for urban dwellers because they combine edible appeal with visual softness. They spill, they flower, they fruit. They make a balcony feel inviting, and they're one of the few edible plants that can genuinely compete with ornamental plants when it comes to beauty. That matters for city apartments, because most people don't want their balcony to feel like a utility area with random buckets on it. They want it to feel like a place they actually want to sit. A place that is productive, yes, but also calming, attractive, maybe even a little magical. Strawberries help do that. Now, let's talk about one of the smartest small space tricks of all: green onions or scallions in vertical bottle systems. This is the kind of idea urban gardeners love because it feels clever without being complicated. You take a narrow vertical container, even something as simple as a repurposed bottle system, and suddenly you're growing food upward instead of outward. That's the whole point of balcony gardening. You're always asking, where else can this plant live? Not just on the ground, but hanging, climbing, mounted, layered, stacked. And once you start thinking that way, you realize your balcony has more growing space than you thought. Another powerful option is climbing beans. Beans are wonderful for balconies because they're productive, vertical, and visually soft. They don't just sit in a pot, they animate the space. They reach, they climb, they make the balcony feel more like a living structure. And for urban dwellers, that can be especially satisfying, because city life is so full of hard edges: concrete, glass, metal railings, straight lines everywhere. A climbing plant softens all of that. It changes the mood of the balcony. It creates movement. It creates privacy. It makes the space less exposed and more inhabited. That's one reason vertical edible plants are so powerful in urban environments. They do more than feed you. They humanize the space. And if you're willing to experiment just a little more, even compact squash or similar trailing vegetables can work in a vertical setup. Not for every balcony, not for every beginner, but for the right space, they show what is possible when you stop treating your balcony like a decorative afterthought and start treating it like a tiny ecosystem. Now, all of this only works well if you avoid the classic balcony gardening mistakes. And the first mistake is choosing plants that simply get too big. That sounds obvious, but it happens all the time. People fall in love with the idea of growing vegetables, then choose full-size varieties that were never meant for containers. That's why compact, dwarf, bush, or patio varieties matter so much. On a small balcony, plant selection is not a detail, it's the whole game. The second mistake is ignoring drainage. Balcony gardeners often focus on the plant and forget the container. But the container is half the story. If it doesn't drain well, roots suffer fast. And because containers dry out and re-wet differently than in-ground beds, the wrong pot can create problems even when the plant itself is a good choice. The third mistake is failing to match the plant to the light. Some balconies get full sun for most of the day. Others barely get a strong morning window. And that changes everything.
Peppers, eggplants and cucumbers want a lot of light. Lettuce and many herbs are more forgiving, so before you buy a single plant, study your balcony like a grower. Notice when the light hits, notice how long it stays, notice what is shaded by neighboring buildings. The fourth mistake is trying to do too much too soon. This one is emotional. People get excited, they buy 12 containers. They try to grow tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, lavender, basil, beans, strawberries and lettuce all at once. And then the balcony starts feeling crowded, expensive, high maintenance and slightly stressful. A better strategy is to start with 3 or 4 plants that are easy to manage and rewarding to harvest. Something like lettuce, basil, chives and a compact pepper, or radishes, thyme, parsley and strawberries. That kind of setup teaches you how your balcony behaves, how quickly containers dry out, how much wind the space gets, whether the railing traps heat, whether the afternoon sun is too intense or just right. Your first season is not just about growing food, it is about learning your balcony, because every balcony has its own personality. And once you understand that personality, your plant choices get smarter, your harvests get better, and your garden starts to feel less like an experiment and more like a natural extension of your home. That is really the beauty of small balcony gardening for urban apartment dwellers in the US. It is not about pretending your balcony is a backyard, it is about discovering that it does not need to be. A tiny balcony can still give you fresh herbs within arm's reach, crisp lettuce for lunch, radishes that make you feel like a genius, peppers glowing in the sun, strawberries softening the railing, beans climbing upward and turning a hard city corner into something gentler, greener and more alive. And maybe that is the deeper reason so many people are drawn to this kind of gardening. It is not just about food, it is about reclaiming a little living space in the middle of an environment that can feel overbuilt, overstimulating, and disconnected from seasons. A balcony garden gives you something to tend, something to notice, something to harvest, something that grows with you. So if you're living in a city apartment and wondering whether your balcony is too small to matter, it is not. You do not need a yard to become a gardener. You need a few smart plant choices, a little creativity, and the willingness to use the space you already have in a more intentional way. Start small. Choose plants that fit the space instead of fighting it. Grow upward when you can. Hang what you can. Keep it simple in the beginning. And let your tiny balcony prove what a lot of people still do not realize. Small spaces can grow a lot more than you think. But wait. Before you start planting, there are 3 practical insider tips that separate a struggling balcony from a thriving one. First, let's talk about the nutrient drain. Because balcony containers require frequent watering, especially in the wind, the essential minerals literally wash out of the bottom of your pots over time. Think of your container soil like a battery that needs regular recharging. To keep your plants productive, plan to feed them with an organic liquid fertilizer or worm tea every 2 weeks to replace what was lost. Second is the bee gap. If you live on a high floor, natural pollinators like bees and butterflies might not find your flowers. For plants like cucumbers, peppers or squash, you may need to play Cupid. A simple paintbrush can be used to move pollen from one flower to another, ensuring those flowers actually turn into fruit. Finally, respect the weight and your neighbors. Wet soil is surprisingly heavy, so always be mindful of your balcony's structural weight limits, especially with large groups of pots. And always use saucers under your containers. It prevents messy drainage from dripping onto your neighbor's balcony below. An essential rule of urban gardening etiquette. Master these small details, and you won't just have a balcony with plants, you'll have a high-functioning, sustainable urban ecosystem.